I, I, I know you said you didn't want this to be the topic, but this is where my brain goes. I apologize. I certainly would not pay him this offseason.
No, that was smart.
And well, no, that is not decided yet. This is I'm saying even whether you're paying him or not, picking up the third year, the fifth year option is what you always do if you're paying the guy. Mm-hmm. But picking it up doesn't mean you're going to pay him. But I am like legit scarred, in my opinion, of him from that playoff run. The playoff game against the Patriots was the worst playoff game anyone played this season, but the game before that they won was in the running.
5 fumbles.
He had 5 fumbles. You go 5 fumbles to 4 interceptions in back-to-back playoff games when from his rookie year, his touchdowns are down every year, his yards are down every year. All of it feels like something, the thread was lost a bit. And I'm not even going to do the lecture that led to the losing, because at this point I think everybody understands that did happen. But I am not writing him off, Coach, but I certainly would not make the Kyler Murray mistake of paying a guy after year 3 because he was awesome as a rookie. And I know Kyler actually had another, solid year after that. I would make him wait at least 1 more year, and I wouldn't be opposed to letting him play out his rookie contract and then seeing what's what.
Yeah, I agree. Based off of how much he's fallen off in those 2 games, they was tough to watch. Yeah, you want to make sure that he's gonna show some sort of consistent level of play, and don't make the mistake that so many teams make, where you rush to pay these guys, and then a year into it, you're like, oh, we got to move on. Now you're sitting on $50 million, $60 million, whatever it is of dead money that you can't get out of. So I totally agree, Nick. Let him play this out, see where you are after that, even if it costs you more money. Let's say he hits a home run in that final season. Fine, you'll be happy to pay that money, but at least you'll have the certainty organizationally that this is your guy moving forward, not just guessing and then eating a chunk of money that hurts you for years to come.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I wouldn't even think about paying him now. Unless he was like, I'll take $20 million a year or something ridiculous. And I think they have him. Look, I think they're going to get a good read on him this year. You obviously have the very good defense. You've got Nico Collins is a good receiver. Maybe it looks Tank Dell.
You would hope.
He could be back. And then they went out and got David Montgomery, like a really good running back. So if he doesn't play well this year, if he continues his decline, you kind of know, okay, it's not happening. You still might keep him for next year. But I'm just saying, I think they have put him in position where you got some talent around him. You're set up to play well. And if he doesn't,
I want to see the offensive line.
Okay, so they all kind of danced around this conversation here. I've been talking about CJ Stroud more recently because it seems to be a bit more of a popular topic right now. Obviously, especially with the 5th-year option decision looming and all of that. My take hasn't changed in the last couple of weeks. I still believe in Stroud. I'll answer it straight, yes. Yes, I do. The problems they've had are so obvious and clear, especially when you're a young quarterback who needs to be developed, who needs to build confidence, who needs to gain experience. The offensive line has been an absolute mess. Again, that's hard for even the most experienced elite quarterbacks. We know that. We have endless examples of this. We've got endless examples, okay? Then on top of that, you're dealing with a change in coordinators. You're having coordinating issues, coaching issues. Whether you think the coordinators themselves were the problem or not, it's still a new coach. It's still new. It's still a frustrating and legitimate obstacle you have to overcome. They've also failed to establish a consistent running game. One could argue that's because the offensive line is so bad as well, okay? So there you go, those 2 issues go hand in hand. And potentially changing coordinators and all that factors in too. And then the receivers and even the tight ends keep getting injured, okay? They're in and out of the lineup, or just outright out of the lineup. So let's sum it up: messy offensive line, inconsistent run game, receivers and tight ends unavailable. And yet people wonder why CJ Stroud's numbers are going down? Well, I can explain it. And you also see it on film. You see how he plays. There's a lack of confidence there. When we talk about confidence in sports, I feel like we use it in different ways. Sometimes it's just he has to be more confident, he's unsure of himself, that's more the general sense of how confident you are. And then it's really about the way you're playing, are you decisive? I love how Dan Orlovsky always puts it, you see it, you trust it, you let it rip. CJ Stroud is just genuinely uncomfortable, and you see everything else being influenced by that. And it's not just a matter of you need to regain your trust, your confidence. It's that he needs to have confidence in the offensive line. He needs to have confidence in what's around him. In the moments when he does have that, CJ Stroud does some breathtaking stuff. I loved it. This was years ago now at this point, but I remember it so vividly. Greg Cosell was talking about it. This was a couple of years ago, after Stroud's rookie year, so 2024, I think? 2023, 2024, 2025, yeah, 2024. Greg Cosell was using some film to highlight how CJ Stroud can be an elite playmaker from the pocket. And I loved how Greg Cosell emphasized this because I always talk about how we get so obsessed with mobility and scrambles and stuff like that we think that's what being a playmaker is, that's what being a game breaker, a game changer is. But you can do it from the pocket. I'll never be able to find that clip, but I think I was just sitting at home watching it on the couch, and I thought, oh, this is amazing. It was just highlighting how you can be a playmaker from the pocket. And that is what CJ Stroud has the ability to do. It's really hard to do when your receivers and everyone else are getting injured and not in the lineup. It's really hard to set up when you don't have a good running game. And it's really hard to do when you don't have an offensive line that can protect you in the pocket. So yes, CJ Stroud hasn't done as good a job as I think he needed to do when things got messy, eh? And I do expect more from him. But I understand the decline. I understand. And again, even in that game against the Patriots, which was definitely a bad game, I want to see him play better. I can explain it, yeah, so-and-so was injured, the offensive line was struggling, this and that. That's all true. But I do want to see him better. That's why my other take on CJ Stroud is very much, I just want to see you elevate your floor. I don't need to see more of your ceiling. I don't need to see more of even the elite playmaking from the pocket. I need you to raise your floor. That's what I care about more than anything with CJ Stroud, especially because I believe in the culture, the defense, DeMeco Ryans, and all of that. That's all you need. Just elevate your floor, and yo. You will have a ton of success. I don't need to figure out right now whether CJ can truly be a top 3, top 4, top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I don't need to know if he can become an MVP one day. I'm just asking, can you elevate your floor? Can you not be a liability might be too strong, although you could argue he was a liability specifically in the playoffs against the Patriots. But it's too strong a word. I don't know what other word I'd use there. But just, can he elevate that floor and just be more competent? Can it just feel like things aren't going to fall apart? I remember watching him against the Kansas City Chiefs in that game. He made some awesome plays and some awesome throws where I thought, yeah, CJ, that's the CJ. I know. But I didn't have the trust in it. I didn't have the faith in it. I didn't have the confidence in it. I was uncomfortable. And I know other fans were uncomfortable too, whether you're a Texans fan or just a neutral viewer. You just don't know where the floor is. That's not to say you can't make mistakes. That's not to say you won't miss a throw or throw a devastating interception at the wrong time. But it's that feeling of not knowing if you trust him. There were times, especially in that game, where he held the ball for an extra beat, and I thought, I feel uncomfortable now. Oh, now it's truly on CJ Stroud's decision-making. And I didn't know if I trusted it in that moment. We saw the worst version of it against the Patriots, and even against the Steelers to a degree. We saw it, and you thought, oh, that's where it can go wrong. So I believe in Stroud, especially when I look at a quarterback and think, we just have to correct your floor. And not to mention, a lot of that has to do with, can we just get a better offensive line? Can we just get a consistent running game? The people who are getting paid to catch the ball on the other end of CJ's throws, can they just stay healthy, right? To me, those are all things I'm more than willing to say yes to. I believe those things are going to happen, and I'm not going to put it squarely on CJ's shoulders. But those are just my thoughts. I'm about to sneeze. That whole rant, I sneezed on the truth. See, everything I just said was accurate. I might sneeze again. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about CJ Stroud? Do you still believe in him? What level of confidence do you have? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get into some discussions. Let's get into some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here. I'd absolutely love to see you be part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really does help with visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.